Hey girl, welcome back. I'm Jasmine if you're new here. This Friday, November 1st is the first day of the Sephora Holiday Savings event. So you're going to be able to get 20% off if you're Rouge. A VIP I believe is 15 and I believe Beauty Insider is 10, I want to say. As we all know, Sephora rarely has sales, so when they do have these events, it's time to stock up and get everything you need. So I'm gonna give you guys all my recommendations. These are products across the board because I'm a Sephora girly. I get my hair products, skincare, makeup, fragrance, tools, all from Sephora. Let's get into these products. I kind of want to start with foundation, the base. Let's start with the base. I have 5 that I've been really enjoying and they all are amazing but a little different from each other. So the first one is the One Size Turn Up the Base Full Beat Liquid Foundation. If you're looking for a full coverage, super full coverage, flawless beat, this is the one for you. It's also oily skin friendly, but if you want to make it even more oily skin friendly, you can use the One Size Oil Sucker Primer. This stuff will literally suck the oil out of your face and it gives you the most like matte look. One thing about One Size, I feel like they definitely have the matte game down. This One Size trio will literally have you matte for as long as you need to be. The On Till Dawn setting spray, your makeup is going nowhere, girl. It's staying on all day. So that is my little One Size trifecta, and all these products are products that I recommend. Obviously, I love them all. Let's get into the next foundation, which is the Huda Beauty Easy Blur. This is more of a blurring foundation. Easy Blur. It's kind of like a soft filter, I would say. It looks really beautiful on the skin. I love the formula. It's like a medium to full coverage, more on the medium end, but it's definitely a really beautiful foundation and definitely give your skin a nice filtered look, especially when you pair it with this primer. This is the Easy Blur primer. I feel like this primer on its own even is beautiful. It's one of those primers that's gonna really like fill in all your pores and just give you a really clean canvas to work with. I definitely love this primer because it just gives you that really flawless filtered base. So I love these two as well. Next up is the Fenty Soft Lit Foundation. This is by far my favorite Fenty foundation. This foundation gives you a really beautiful soft glow. It's not matte at all, but it's definitely not overly dewy. It's a really beautiful finish. I love wearing this. This is one of my trusted foundations at this point, and I don't have many of those where I really like just trust it. This one I can kind of predict how it's gonna act throughout the day, and I wear the shade 410 in Fenty, so love this foundation. I think it's amazing, and I've seen a lot of girls say like they love this one more than any of the other Fenty foundations, and I definitely agree. I love that foundation. Next is another matte foundation from Too Faced. It's the Born This Way Soft Matte. Now this foundation launched a few years ago. They reformulated and relaunched. The initial launch I wasn't the biggest fan of. I actually thought it was too matte, which is weird because back then I was extremely oily, but this new formula I prefer it. It's not as drying. I love the way it looks on my skin. It's definitely mattifying, but like I said, it's not extreme. I feel like for the most part I can usually find a foundation shade that's close enough to my complexion for it to work. But certain brands, I have really good matches, and Too Faced is one of those brands. So whenever they drop something in chai, sign me up. I'm gonna try it. Then lastly is a foundation I never thought I would say I love because it is literally luminous. This is the Patrick Ta Major Skin Hydra Luxe Luminous Skin Perfecting Foundation, and I love this down. It's gonna give you glow. It's luminous. It's not overly like sweaty greasy glow, but it's definitely gonna give you glow, and I love it. I think it's so beautiful. It just looks effortless. I feel like whenever I wear this, people are like, what's on your skin? And like, it looks really nice and glowy. I do also get that compliment or those questions whenever I'm wearing something that's super full coverage, like the One Size, or there's another one that I get that with, the Fenty. I've gotten asked about Fenty in the past and I'm like, oh, I'm wearing Fenty Soft Lit. So this one I definitely get asked what am I wearing on my face. It's a really nice luminous look in a very natural way. Love this foundation, and lately I've been pairing it with the Urban All Night. I have been pairing it with the Urban Decay All Nighter Extra Glow when I want extra glow. Now this is not going to give you like a super dewy look. I have it on right now and my face is not super dewy. Like, I put it on and it just kind of enhances that glow. And today for foundation I am wearing the One Size turn up the base. I wanted like a full coverage look, although I didn't really apply much of it to my forehead. I mainly applied it down here, and whatever was left on the brush, I just dusted on my forehead. But I wore this for setting spray to give it kind of like a more luminous look, but not really, if that makes sense. Love this. I definitely recommend trying this. And I do have oily combo skin. I will say this does last on me, but I do my entire routine, so I don't necessarily use a mattifying primer every time. I just don't feel like I need it at this point. I'll show you guys some of the primers that I tend to use more so, but if I want this to last really long, I will definitely use the One Size setting spray. This one, even if I were to use this, I would use this over it. I did show you guys two of my primers that I tend to use more so for longevity and more like a matte look. The Huda Beauty does give you some matteness as well, but I do tend to use these primers more so than the ones I shared earlier. So this first one is the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Serum. I love this. These primers are kind of geared towards hydration. They're kind of like a hybrid skincare and makeup product. This is the product that kind of made me fall in love with these types of products. I love this. This is amazing. Whatever is in here is literally magic. Like, it's called Magic Serum. Yep, it's the Magic Serum. Your makeup does last longer with this. Personally, I feel it helps my makeup last longer. I have recommended this a few times, but this is the perfect time to get it since it will be on sale. It's a pricier product. And then I've also been loving the Laneige Glowy Makeup Serum. This is a similar product. This one says glowy, but it's not like gonna give you an extreme amount of glow. This is what I'm wearing today. Not super glowy. I wore it under the One Size foundation. It just gives a beautiful base. I feel like my skin, for the longest time, I would be so scared of like these types of products that said luminous or whatever, but I feel like this is what I needed. Like, it gives you moisture, which I need. And then the newest one in my routine has been the Merit Great Skin Priming Moisturizer. Similar concept, like I said, it's a priming moisturizer. It's going to give you some hydration, some moisture while priming your face for makeup, and they all wear really well under makeup, which is another reason why I love them. Moving into bronzers, these are my bronzers that I've been using lately when it's recommended to you guys. The NARS Powder Bronzer. I have the shade Laguna 6, but I believe this goes up to Laguna 8 or 9. So it has 8 or 9 shades that you can choose from, and they look beautiful. I love a neutral bronzer, and this is just the perfect neutral for my complexion. A lot of times bronzers don't go deep enough for me, or they're just too red. This line is definitely amazing. And then also for cream bronzer, I kind of use this more so for contouring, but this is the LYS Bronzing Stick. I use the shades Strength and Courage. So I use Courage for my nose because it's a little lighter, and then I use Strength for the rest of my face. These last forever on me. Like, I literally use this every single day, and I still have, I don't know how much is left in here. Let's see. Like, this is a lot of product that's left. I mean, I can keep going. I don't want to go all the way and then the product kind of messes up, so I'm just gonna turn it back in here. But I have been using this for a while. I've had this for a while. You can see like how much of it I've used. Hopefully, like, this is how much I've used. That's a whole lot of bronzing and contouring, but I love these. I think they're amazing. They blend out like a dream. They just are beautiful on my skin. And then, like I said, love this one as well. This is the first time I've recommended a new bronzer in a while. I feel I've been using the Charlotte Tilbury powder one for years, and I finally found one that I feel like I love just as much. When it comes to setting powders that I truly love with my whole heart, the Huda Beauty is that one. I do love other powders. You guys see me using the One Size, the Fenty. What else do I love? Some other ones that I really love. But this one, something about this powder is just supreme to me. I think it's the finest, to be honest. It's just so fine that I feel like it glides into my creases perfectly. It just looks more flawless. I love the way it applies. Sometimes I can get a little heavy-handed and get carried away. With this, I feel like it's hard to happen because of how fine the powder is. The level of flawless is unmatched. Love this powder, and I'm using the shade Cherry Blossom Cake today, but I use all the different shades, to be honest. I use Peach Pie, Banana Bread, and there's another one that I've been using lately that I love. I forget. Oh, Blondie, I think. Yeah. those are my jams. When it comes to blush, these are the ones I've been into. The 𝘽𝙪𝙨 in the shade Prima Donna, but in general, I love the 𝘽𝙪𝙨 blushes. 𝘽𝙪𝙨, I've been really into a lot of her products. I'm actually wearing an eyeshadow palette today. I'll show you guys in a second. But yeah, love these blushes. They're definitely a cream formula, but they kind of give a powder look, if that makes sense. I have this on today right now. It's so pretty, perfect for my complexion. And you can play around with the amount that you use so you can get more pigment or less, depending on how you apply it and how much product you use. Always love Pat McGrath blushes. This is Love Struck. I also love Paradise Venus. These blushes are amazing. They last forever. I've had these forever, probably expired, but they're amazing, y'all. And the pigment is beautiful. It's just, Pat McGrath products are just 10 out of 10. That's all I'm gonna say. And then Miss Rare Beauty. I love these blushes. These are the powder blushes. These are kind of like a blush and highlight duo. They look really pretty. I wear these all the time. The shade Love is my favorite in this blush, and it's just so beautiful. It's kind of like a orangey, coppery tone. So pretty. Whenever I wear it, people are always like, what is that? Actually, people who know about these blushes see it on me and they know immediately what I'm wearing. Like, that's how much of an impact these have. I remember going to a couple events and people being like, is this the Rare Beauty blush? And I'm like, yes, girl. It's amazing. If you know, you know. I'm somebody who loves a highlight, but I don't always apply it. So this kind of gives you that 2-in-1 situation where you get both effects. Speaking of highlight, this is the Makeup Forever Artist Highlighter in the shade Limitless Cocoa. I really love this because it is very natural. Like I said, I don't always wear highlighter, but when I do, I like a more natural one. As of lately, like, you can barely see this, but it's definitely there. It kind of melts into my complexion. Hopefully you guys can see that. It's the perfect highlight for my complexion. It melts into my skin, but it gives me glow at the same time. It's not a swatch of highlight. It's more so like just sparkles on wherever I apply it. Then for powders at Sephora, I've been loving the Too Faced Born This Way Soft Blur, and I use the shade Tan for under my eyes. This is a beautiful powder. Girl, I've been using this down. I think I got this in the summer. I just want to show you how much I've used. Like, I'm about to hit pan on this. Like, I really love this powder. It gives a really beautiful, flawless under eye. I have it on today. I usually do my loose powder, then I'll spray my face with setting powder. And once that's like 80% dry, I'll apply this with a brush, and I think it gives a really beautiful look. And then this is the Tower 28 powder. This is the Get Set in Hermosa Honey. This one I tend to use all over my face, more so like down here on my jawline, just define a little, or if I want to add some powder to that area to just mattify just a little bit, I'll add this powder, and I think it's a beautiful formula. I've heard it looks really nice under the eyes as well, but this shade is a little deep for that, so I do want to try it in a lighter shade eventually. Maybe we'll get it this sale. Let's get into eye makeup. So first things first, this is the 𝘽𝙪𝙨 multi-chrome pigment. It's so pretty. I love this. I think this is so pretty on the eyelid. It's like this green and golden duochrome product. So pretty. Next up is the eyeshadow palette I'm wearing on my lids today. This is the 𝘽𝙪𝙨 Lightwork Volume 6. This is stunning. This is what it looks like. These you can all take out individually and use them as their own palettes, and I think this is perfect for the holidays. Like, ooh, I'm obsessed. Let's just swatch a couple. Oh my, like, do you see this? So amazing, so beautiful. I love a deep purple on brown eyes. This is like purple, blue, brown, like everything in one. Like, you cannot tell me this is not the palette. 𝘽𝙪𝙨 always outdoes herself, and this is a beautiful palette. I love that you can carry it individually as a mirror, and also you can use this as the cover for the individual palettes, and it goes right in here perfectly. As far as mascara, the Too Faced Better Than Sex and the YSL mascara is my favorite right now. This is my current favorite mascara. This one I get because it's brown, and I love it as well, but this one, amazing. Then for brow pencils, I have a lot of different brow pencils that I love. Right now I am using the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pencil. I kind of wanted to just try it again after like not using it for many years, but I do prefer the Charlotte Tilbury brow cheat pencil. I also love the Refi brow pencil. I love the Huda Beauty brow pencil from Sephora. Those I would say are my top ones, and I also do like Benefit pencils, but the Refi, Huda, and Charlotte Tilbury are my top 3 when it comes to brow pencils. I just really love how fine they are. With some of the other pencils, I feel like they get dull after using them. The Charlotte Tilbury as well as the Huda Beauty and the Refi, I feel like they don't get as dull even when I use them up. One last eye product would be the Urban Decay Moon Dust. I've loved these for literally years. I think I was literally 15 when I got my first one of these, and it came in the little silver container. But again, love these. This one is in the shade Lithium. It's beautiful, super sparkly, very multi-dimension. For concealers, the Too Faced Born This Way. Love this. I've been using this for quite a while and I'm still enjoying it, so I'm going to recommend this one in the shade Butterscotch. And I also use Maple. Maple is more of a natural concealer tone for me. Butterscotch is more of a highlighting tone for me. And then I've also been into the Vanessa Merrick's Yummy Skin Lift and Flex Concealer in the shade 12. Beautiful formula. It looks amazing on my skin. I really love this. I think the color on this, the color is also really, really nice. Number 12. I think it's the perfect balance in natural and highlight. This gives me a beautiful highlight but still looks really natural. I really love this concealer. Let's get into some lip products. For liners, I have this many. Okay, so I'm gonna go through this real quick. Makeup Forever lip liner in Limitless Brown, #1 favorite. Love this. The Fenty Beauty lip liner in the Traced Outliner in Browned Out, one of my favorites. I also love a couple other shades from the Fenty one. Natasha Denona in the shade, what shade is this? I'm wearing this one today actually. This one's in the shade Luna. This is actually the one I'm wearing today from Natasha Denona. Love that formula, love that liner. The Sephora liner in the shade Dark Horse. This is a burgundy plum color, I would say more so, and this is really pretty for the holiday season and whenever you want to wear like a dark red lip but you don't want to do brown liner. I think something like this will be really pretty. And then Charlotte Tilbury in Pillow Talk #3 or Deep, and then the new Makeup Forever waterproof liners. These are all amazing. I love these all. For lip products, these Fenty gloss sticks, love these. I use these all the time. I'm constantly reaching for them because they're the perfect balance of gloss and lipstick. Sometimes I do apply a gloss over these, not gonna lie. I do love a really glossy lip, so I tend to apply a gloss over these as well, but I really love these. The shades that I love the most, I would say, are Fenty Glow, Sort of Selfish, Is It Fussy, and I Need a Donut are the ones that I use the most. These are kind of like the neutrals, I guess. I'm a gloss girl, so these are the glosses I have been loving. Fenty Beauty, I mean, what's new? This is the shade Fussy. I can never get enough of Fenty glosses, so I definitely love these. Love the Lawless glosses. I've mentioned this to you guys before, but Lawless has an amazing lip gloss formula. I'm wearing it today in the shade Maple Sugar. It's like a brown shade. The owner, her name is Annie. Beautiful lip gloss formula. It's just so juicy, so sparkly, so shiny, I should say. So good. Lancome Juicy Tubes, very much classic, but they're still super juicy, super glossy, super shiny. I love that formula. I also love the Dior glosses. I love the shade, I want to say, is it Hazelnut? It's like a bronzy shade almost. I can't find it because that's what happens whenever I love a gloss. It goes missing, y'all. That's just what happens. Love this gloss formula. And then this is the Say gloss in the shade Push. This is a really pretty brown shade. I love the shade of this, and I also love the formula. I've been trying to use more lipsticks lately because I honestly tend to just go straight for a gloss or a gloss stick and kind of just skip lipstick altogether. But these are the ones from Sephora I've been into. Makeup Forever in the shade 600. It's basically like a neutral nudie shade, but I think it's the perfect color for my complexion. This one here, 600. And yes, most days I do pair this with a gloss, but it's really, really pretty. And then this is Makeup by Mario in Bronx Baby. The shade is very similar, not gonna lie, but it's more like a pinky tone. This one here. And then these are the cream lip stains. These are kind of like a liquid lipstick from Sephora collection. This is the shade 72. This one's very neutral, but I love pairing this with a gloss. I think it's so pretty. And then this shade is so beautiful. I wore this with that purple liner I just showed you guys. Ooh, such a beautiful combo. This is the shade 97. right here, 97. So stunning. The color selection in this line in general is amazing. They have so many shades, so many reds. If you're looking for a red, girl, they have like 35. You have a lot of options. Okay, cool red, neutral red, warm red, all the reds. Okay, so definitely check out the Sephora collection liquid lip stains, liquid lip cream stain. All right, let's get into my lip balms, lip butters. So this is the Laneige lip sleeping mask. I feel like I don't need to explain. This is amazing. If you haven't tried it, please do. It's beautiful. If you have dry lips, give this a try. Also love me a Summer Fridays lip butter. I have these in literally every shade and I think they're amazing. I use them all the time. This is one of my favorites lately. It's like an orangey tone and it shows up on my lips. I also love the cherry shade. It's like a red tone. Love the new hot cocoa shade. It's like a darker brown. It's probably in my gym bag. Also love the Laneige lip glowy bombs. They're more of a glossy version and a lighter formula to this one. And then I also love the K Skin formula, which conveniently I cannot find any of my K Skin lip balms, but that formula is also amazing. Hair care favorites, Fancy Hair is all I've been using for the most part when it comes to like my everyday styling. Fancy Hair. I love the edge control and I love the gel. This is the jelly type. I literally use these two products almost every day. Also love the Pattern leave-in conditioner as well as the curl mousse. When I had the goddess braids, this was my favorite mousse product, and I do want to try some more Pattern products. So if you have some favorites from Pattern, leave them down below. I do love the gel as well. Actually, I do love the Pattern gel, but I prefer the Fenty one for my hair type. And I do want to try, I don't know if I've tried the edge control. Have I tried it? I definitely cannot talk hair products without mentioning the Dyson Airwrap. This is my favorite blow drying tool. I use this all the time, if not on my hair, then on Callie's hair. It's just the most easy tool for me to use. My hand doesn't get tired, my hand doesn't hurt when I use this. I think it's amazing and I definitely think it's worth it. This sale was the perfect time to get it. I actually got mine during the last Sephora sale, so about 6 months ago, and I've loved it ever since. I've used it so often. My mom uses it, Callie uses it, I use it. Beautiful. Skin and body and a little fragrance. So for skincare, my number one would be the Clarins Double Serum. This stuff is amazing. I do not know what's in here, but whatever it is, it's the secret sauce. It definitely does something to my skin that I cannot explain, but my skin just looks amazing whenever I use this in my routine. I've also been loving the Tatcha Matcha Cleanse. I also do like the Tatcha Rice Cleanser. Love both of these. I've been using more so, but I do prefer the rice one, which is the one in the purple bottle. Then I feel like Tatcha in general works really well with my skin type. These two Tatcha moisturizers are definitely amazing. I've been using the water cream more so lately. The dewy cream I tend to use at night, but right now I'm using something else. So I've been using this one more so in the morning, and I think it's a beautiful formula. This one is perfect for the daytime. Last year I had a patch where my skin was really dry and nothing was working for me, and this one really got me together. And also the Clarins. So these two products I feel like really help transform my skin, as well as the rice cleanser, which is why I feel like I have a special attachment to it. So yeah, love this one, but if you want something a little lighter, this one is perfect. Let's get into some body products. These two moisturizers are my favorite from Sephora, the Fenty Skin, all the flavors, give me all the flavors, and then the Josie Maran whipped argan oil in the vanilla scent. Girl, this is the product that got me into whipped oils. This was the first whipped oil I ever heard of, and this stuff, like, it just melts into your skin. Same with this one's definitely a little oilier, but I think they're both amazing, both beautiful, very hydrating. This one is like a lighter vanilla scent. Any of these will do, honestly. I think they're both beautiful. If you want more glow, this one. If you want like a medium glow, I also love the Necessaire body washes. These are kind of like my luxe body washes for when I want to have like a spa shower. Unfortunately, somebody got a hold of this one, and I know who the perpetrator was, but yeah. This should not be finished, but it is, and I'm sad about it. But anyways, this is the Necessaire body wash. I think this is my second bottle of this scent in particular. I love this. I think it's a beautiful scent. It smells like the spa. I love spa smelling products, and I also love gourmand products. I'm kind of like I love everything, okay? I love a little bit of gourmand. I love a little bit of like the spa scents. And then I also love a glow. So this is the Patrick Ta. I've recommended this before, but this is the Patrick Ta Major Glow All Over Body Balm. This is like what I'm wearing today. And I used the Danessa Merrick's brush to apply it. This brush is perfect to apply this. I think it's a foundation brush, honestly, like a complexion brush. But I use it for my body because it's the perfect like density. Smells like the product actually. It's a perfect density and it just glides and it's such an even application. A lot of times like this can be streaky if you don't apply it the right way. This prevents that from happening, and I also don't necessarily like to get it on my palms, so the perfect duo. Fragrance is probably the hardest category for me to narrow down because I have so many and I love so many, but I try to pick ones that I feel like are a little timeless, and then also ones that are newer but I really love. So let's start with Forever Mood because it just got back in stock a few months ago. This is ignore that. This is You Remind Me, one of my favorites. I love this scent, and then I also love the one in the yellow bottle, which I think I'm gonna get this sale because last time it sold out on me. I think this is perfect for all year round, to be honest. It just smells so good. YSL Libre Intense. This is a really beautiful fragrance that definitely projects. If you're looking for something that's really long wear, it's gonna project, this is it. A lot of times you have to spend a lot of money to get things that project, but this one definitely does the trick and it smells beautiful. Like I said in another vlog, I can smell this across the room. Like if you have this on in the function, I can smell it and I know what you're wearing, and I think it smells beautiful. Back in stock for the holidays, this is Jo Malone's Ginger Biscuit. I feel like the name describes this perfectly. It's literally a ginger biscuit scent. It smells so good for the holidays. This is definitely an edible scent. It smells like a ginger snap cookie. It smells so good. I love this. If you want to smell like a ginger snap cookie, which is one of my favorite cookies, a supreme cookie right there with oatmeal raisin, this is gonna be that girl. I love this. Jo Malone captured this scent perfectly in my opinion. This is my Christmas scent. I think this is my official Christmas scent. I'm gonna be layering everything with this, adding this to whatever concoction I'm creating. It's just a beautiful scent for the season. And then I had to recommend Seven Virtues. I love Vanilla Woods, is always a classic. This is a brand new bottle. And then also Candied Lychee, which is one of their new scents. Beautiful, sweet lychee scent. It's so good. Oh my god. The other day I paired this with You Remind Me. Magic. I'm literally out of breath, but those are my Sephora Vib sale recommendations. I feel like I'm forgetting something. I know I am, but if I remember something I forgot to mention verbally, I'll have it in the description box below. I'll also include my brushes, which are dirty, so I'm not going to show you guys, but I have 3 foundation ones. Well, 2 foundations, the Fenty, the Makeup Forever, and then this Makeup by Mario one, and the Patrick Ta nose brush. I'm going to have all 4 of those links because I love those and I think they're amazing brushes. Perfect time to get them. It's on sale. I'm gonna have every single thing listed down below in the description box, and I will be sharing my Sephora haul once I get my Sephora haul products in. I will be sharing the haul with you guys. I cannot wait. I've been shopping this sale for so many years now and it's always exciting. It's never gonna not be exciting for me. It's the perfect retail therapy day. I hope you found a recommendation in this video. Happy shopping, and as always, let me know what you're gonna get or what you recommend me trying in the description box below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.